I want to speak to that brother this morning that's feeling burnt out. I want to let you know that burnout is real and it's serious. Shouldn't be taken lightly. For most of us, burnout is rooted in, at least I know for myself, is rooted in answering every call, trying to show up for everybody every time, trying to be the hero, the Superman, trying to be Hercules, right? Trying to be the superhero in everyone's story. Maybe it's on your job, maybe it's in church, or maybe it's even when you're coming home, man. You're just always trying to do everything for everybody. And you're feeling like the tank is getting on empty. I know for me, it was because I grew up in a condition, a situation, circumstances that taught me how to make everyone else's problems my problem, everyone else's issue my issue. And even as a young child, I wasn't able to rescue. I wasn't able to do for them what I desired to do for them. I couldn't save them from their problems. I couldn't save them from their addictions. I couldn't save them from their issues. And so as I grew older and I started to be more capable of doing things for people, I see how it transitioned into me becoming this person always trying to save folks or rescue folks or show up for people, making their problems my problems, their issues my issues, always trying to be the buffer, always trying to do something for someone so that they wouldn't suffer. And I don't know if any of this is ringing a bell, man, but what it does is it temporarily gives us a sense of purpose and meaning and belonging. It makes us feel good about ourselves. But on the other side, it starts to wear us out because no one's showing up for us. And we've learned to put our needs on the back burner. I'll get to my needs later. Let me fix everyone else. Let me show up for everyone else. Let me do for everyone else. But the problem with that, at least what I've discovered, is that I never get around, or at least I used to never get around to taking care of my own needs. I never got around to making sure that I was okay. And you might be in that space, man. You might be in that place. So I just wanted to, as it's always my intention, to meet you where you are, let you know someone sees you and hears you and understands you, to let you know that you're not alone. And I just want to give you this quick little exercise, man. Something that has helped me. And I know for so many brothers, meditation is like not manly, not masculine, blah, blah, blah. You know what's not manly? You know what's not masculine? Burning the freak out. Always putting someone else's needs before your own. Always trying to do something for someone who barely appreciates it. And at the end of the day, you're the one that's tired and worn out. That's not manly. That's not masculine. That's my soapbox. So I've learned to meditate over the last, 10, 15 years or so. I've dabbled in it, but as of late, in the last couple of years, I've gotten really good at it. And I believe that it's in many ways saved my life. I think I would be either way more stressed out. I would continue that cycle, right? Of only seeing the needs of others and forfeiting my own. I may have had a heart attack by now or some sort of just complete breakdown, right? There was a point recently where I had a mental crash and I needed to go and get therapy, and I'm still in therapy. Therapy is good. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But even therapy, a lot of brothers don't think we should, do therapy. I'll tackle that later. But today I just want to give you a meditative practice that I have found to work well for me, that gives me my dignity, my sense of purpose, my sense of belonging, my sense of meaning, and it helps me to regulate myself, and it helps me to go into my day more centered, more grounded, more at peace, and it helps me to better see the landscape of my life. It helps me to make better decisions. It helps me to consider what's being asked of me and whether or not I have the capacity to do that for that person. Because a lot of times as men, we just think we have this endless amount of energy, this endless capacity to show up for everybody and to do for everybody. And we really don't. So let me get to the meditative practice. It's something as simple as this. Take 5 minutes, pencil that in, the first thing in your day, before the world gets to you, before people start talking to you and demanding of you and asking for you to do this and asking for you to do that. Take 5 minutes, find a place in a space that's quiet, away from everyone else. 4 seconds, deep breath in. Hold it for 4 seconds. 4 seconds on the exhale. Hold it for another 4 seconds and repeat. You do that for about 5 minutes, man. Allow God to remind you of your purpose. Allow God to remind you of your value. Remind God. Ask God to remind you of what matters most. Ask God to remind you how to care for yourself. Ask God to remind you how to have a healthy balance between helping others and doing for yourself, because you deserve to be happy as well. You deserve some peace in your life. You deserve to not be ran into the ground and your tank always on empty. You deserve better than that. But what I've discovered as men, and it's just maybe the way that the world is, we have to give that to ourselves. That's a gift that we have to give to ourselves. Sometimes waiting for other people to give us permission to rest, that permission is just never going to come. Sometimes it's for us to give that gift to ourselves. So I just wanted to encourage you in this 5 minutes in the morning. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out, and just be still. Listen to that inner voice, that inner wisdom. Let the God within you, man, speak to you. Listen to that voice before you start listening to any other voices. And you keep doing that over and over and over, and you learn over time that it's a practice that produces a great perspective on life and a great perspective on you, most importantly. Okay? So that's all I wanted to share, man. For any brother out there that might be experiencing burnout, or you're already burnt out, I hope this message just meets you and does for you whatever it needs to do for you. All right? Until next time, remember, perspective is power. The power to move you into all that is possible for your life.